Hello everybody, it's me Ghost Bunny, and today we're gonna be reading Iron Widow. We're currently now on chapter 6. And I'm really excited because apparently right now I did read a little bit ahead. Um we're getting maybe some action. Not action in the brown chicken brown wild, but action on like maybe we get stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. Okay, so that's all I wanna say. Pero yeah, before I start reading, let me just get my disclaimers. That one, I have no affiliations with Xiran Zhou. I have no affiliations with the publishing company. I'm just reading for the funsies of funsies, having a gay old gay time. This is not an official audiobook. If I remember well, there is an official audiobook with her, the author, reading them. Pero I could be remembering that wrong. Just know this is not an official anything. Um, Second disclaimer is that I'm not a native Chinese speaker. There are some names here of places and people that are, Chinese. I sadly enough cannot speak Chinese, so I may mispronounce the names and stuff. I'm not doing that on purpose. I'm not trying to make fun of ridiculous Chinese language. I just happen to not speak it. So is that I am not a native English speaker. So yes, even in English, I made some mistakes. I try my best to pronounce words properly and actually like get a good intonation and stuff. But I do apologize if I, don't pronounce things properly or say words as they're supposed to, because I am a native Spanish speaker, and I like to pretend that my English is like top tier. There are still, moments where it's, hey, I'm not a native English speaker will come up. But other than that, let's begin, because I'm really excited for this chapter. Okay, all one, all do, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Chapter 6. Let's dance. No, no. There was just an attack on the stretch of the wall like 2 days ago. This is not supposed to happen. Why is this happening? Yang Guang checks something on a wristlet, its small screen blanching his face. Then he draws me up in the bed. It's okay. He rubs my shoulders while I stare at him in a daze. It's gonna be okay. Believe in me. Believe in us. Us? The fuck? When called to battle, Pilot must take whichever concubine is closest to him. I scream, scrambling from the bed. No, 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 calm down, calm down. He wrenches me back. Pain detonates across my side as I tumble into the bed frame. But I don't stop screaming. I don't stop kicking, thrashing, and beating him. With a heavy sigh, he slams my face first to the mattress and presses his knee into my spine. My shrieks deform into a croak under his weight. Sorry about this. He ties my struggling arms with my rope garland. I gasp and choke, cheek scuffing on a growing path of tears and on the sheets. Makeup rubs off on the stain. A drawer, a drawer opens, rummaging a slick tearing noise, a slick tearing noise. His hand comes around and slaps a white piece. His hand comes around and slaps a white piece of tape over my mouth. No matter how I try to scream, the sound can no longer escape. In my moment of shock, he hauls me over his shoulder. I wheeze for air through my nose alone. My legs flail uselessly against his armor. Hairpins drop onto the reed mats. My eyes are too flooded to catch if my killer pin is among them. Tears blazed down my cheek and dampened the top edge of the tape. With me bound and struggling, he runs through the curtains to a pole behind the couch. He grabs the pole, then kicks at a ring of metallic pieces at its base, sliding the ring open. The musk of the wilds whooshes in on a gritty wind. Faint yellow light streams over a gritted steel bridge below. He hooks one leg around the pole, grabs it with one hand, and leaps. His armored grapes sparks out of the pole as we plummet into the earth-scented night. The concrete of the watchtower rushes behind us. He lands with a concussive force that rings through the whole bridge. At the other end of the bridge, gleaming like green mineral under the stars, so big it doesn't seem possible, is the back of the nine-tailed fox's head. The rest of it goes on beneath the bridge, perched in dormant form. Nine-tails currently like tulip petals around its body. I've watched clips of it in battle. I've seen it crushed out like house-sized Hundans with one claw. I've snarled at promo shots of young Guang posing on its head braced against an ear as tall as himself. Beneath him, the glowing, slanted slit of one eye has always barely made it into frame. But none of that has prepared me for this dread carved ever deeper into my gut. Yet my squirming and mouth and my smothered cries did nothing to stop young Guang's momentum. He clanks across the bridge and yanks open a hatch on the back of the fox's head. The yin and yang seats are faintly visible in the dark, round cockpit. One low, one high, one black, one white, arranged like lover embracing another from behind. The fox's second suit of spirit armor lies open on the lower yin seat. The piece, wide and slightly curved, is not meant to protect me. It's meant to trap me, just like so many girls before. Another muffled scream strained against my lungs. Yang Guang drops me to my feet, sending a burst of pain up my leg and tears my robe off. The night chill presses the night chill presses in around my body naked for my small claws. I try to cover myself, but my arms are still bound, trapping the shredded remains of my rope. He tosses the tattered fabric aside and forces me into the yin seed armor piece. Cold, spirit metal smacks into the back of my thighs. Terror surrounding to an animalistic height. I kick and I flounder. He drops into the yang seat without letting go of me. His golden earth chi lights up through his armor and sweeps across the green cockpit walls like autumn decay across foliage. Come on, don't make this too difficult, he says through gritted teeth. There's an invasion coming. With his heels, he presses my bare legs into the greaves of my set of armor. The piece snapped closed at his mental command, immovable. It frees him to untie my arms and pin them into the gauntlet of the armrest. Those and snar those look they close me as well as he jerks me back. My spine collides with a column of icy pinpoints. The connection kneels, about to bore into me. Spots rush in from the edge of my vision. Brighter than the cockpit, a ringing pitch sharpens through my skull. My stomach convulses uncontrollably. I strain to get enough air through my nose, but I can't. I can't move. I can't scream. I can't do anything. The rest of the armor piece crawl and click into place around my body. His legs settle on either side of my seat. His chest presses against its back. His armored fingers lace into mine with uncha- unchallengeable firmness. Don't be afraid, he whispers in my ear over my shoulder. Let's dance. The needles pierce my spine. That is the end of chapter 6. I'm going to be reading chapter 7 because that was a very short chapter. So with Iron Widow, I might be reading 2 chapters at a time. So just wanted to say that. So I will begin with reading chapter 7. Continuing. My eyes open to a thick, dripping canopy of leaves. The air is humid. Oh wait, I didn't read the title. Chapter 7, Into the Jungle. So let's start. My eyes open to a thick, dripping canopy of leaves. The air is humid with pungent heat. It stuffs up my mind, making it sluggish and slow. When I shift my arms, slimy vines latch to them. Unseen wings bat through the foliage, rustling it. Wet croaks come faintly from the shadows. What in the skies? What in the skis is this? Where am I? I shift harder against the vines. Warm slime gurgles around my limbs. Auntie Doe's voice croons. out of my foggy thoughts, just a jungle spirit. Sometimes you may find yourself in a mind realm, a dreamlike manifestation of your pilot master subconsciousness. Dream? This feels way too real to be one. To be a dream, at least. My chest grows suffocatingly tight. I can barely breathe. The jungle musk, strange flesh-colored fruits prod out between oozing bundles of vines. Goose flesh crawls around, jeez, crawls, crawls across my shoulders. Help! A child's voice pleads in the overgrown nightmare. Help me! I lurch up so violently feel I lurch up so violently I finally tear out one of the vines. I'm coming! The reassurance dies in my tongue. Follow your instinct to soothe the mind realm. That's also something Auntie Zhou said. Advice probably given to every concubine pilot, so it must not be the way to survive. I have to do the opposite. I have to. My train of thoughts derails, spinning and crashing. I try to hold on, but some kind of pulling force makes it impossible to concentrate. I need to. I. Where am I? What am I doing? Help! A child cries through the dense growth. Please! Right, he needs my help. Twisting and stomping, I wrestle myself out of the tangle of vines. Warm slime sticks to me. I push through the vines to get to the boy, stepping through slick ooze. As his whimpers get close, my hand accidentally brushes a flesh-colored fruit in the thick greenery. A memory flashes in my head. What of a girl? 1 second, she's smiling. The next, she's whimpering. My hands bounce away. I trip and collapse against the vines. Yet the confusion makes me come to my senses. That memory was not mine. I'm in Yang Guang's mind realm. How did I forget that? The flesh-colored fruit stares back at me like a pupilless eye in the greenery. Was that one of his concubines? My awareness wipes across the jungle of other fleshy fruits. I smack my hand on another. Next page. It's a memory of a different girl. When I press my hand harder against the fruit, more memories of her pour toward me like leaves slapping my face as I tumble through the forest. There's something special about you. You seem more than most girls. For a second, I think the sound is misplaced, jumbled in from, Yang Wang's memory of me. But the girl reacts to the words. She blushes, turning away, a hand from the memory's point of view brushes a strand of stray hair behind her hair. My body goes prickling cold. With tingling fingers, I go for another fruit. I go for all the ones I can reach. It can be pretty magical, don't you think? Are you sure about this, curious girl? It's going to be okay. Believe in me. Believe in me. The spirit metal flowers appear over and over. Same lines, same moves, different girls. Sickness overwhelms me, but I push further for a definitive sign that this is far from the worst he's capable of. When I finally wrench out a memory of him grabbing a girl by her hair and smashing her face against the wall, I get my proof. My existence goes hollow. I crumble down, huddling my head. My own memories lacerate through me. The moment where I doubt myself because of the warmth he stirred up in me, well, I double over and reach through. Nothing comes. I double over and reach through, though nothing comes of it, of whatever my body is right now. Help me! The child pleads again, suddenly, right next to me. My head snaps up to it's him, but much, much younger. Help me, he says, with vacant, haunted eyes. I can't get out of here. His voice is small, but it washes through me like a cleansing tide. It threatens to scatter my rationality again. The memory of the girls float away from me like stray lotus petals heading toward a waterfall. But I must not let them go. I must remember them. With a howl, I seize the boy's neck and slam him down over the vines. This is your mine, I crush his throat. You're the one who trapped yourself. He gags and shrieks, but I don't let go. even when everything screams for me to have mercy and that I can't kill a child. I tighten my grip every passing second. I force myself to remember how concubine pilots die. Their minds get so absorbed to the male pilots that the moment the battle link breaks, they can no longer sustain their own heartbeats. That's that will happen to me if I show any mercy. As the light leaves his eyes, the realm destabilizes. Vines disintegrate, rotting to pools of foul muck. Fleshy fruits sink down and disappear. I scream as I'm flared apart as well. Bones shattering, muscles snapping, skin peeling. My spirit set free, rushing up and away. I blink. In the next instant, I am standing in a far more abstract realm, face to face with Yang Guang at his power age. At his proper age, I mean. There's only black and white around us, yin and yang. Me on the black yin side, him on the white yang side. Something solid like like glass, glistens beneath our feet. The sound of battle, of like clashing spiritual metal, echoes distantly. Though I can't see anything in this realm, the phantom sensation of moving in the nine-tailed fox hovers around my mind, but as repressive form prevents me from influencing it. What? What? Yang Guang walks around at the realm, then at me. You actually made it out? My mouth opens and closes. I gaze down at what seems to be a spirit form of myself, trying to make sense of this. But you came here to kill me. His eyes narrow, fuming with black rage. I bristle. I went into his mind. Of course he could have also riffled through mine. Well then, no need to hide anymore. She murdered my sister. I aim a fist at his face. He recoils, but chains shoot out from the ground and wrap around my leg, my waist, my arms, my neck. Shock wavers on on his face. Then he makes a swatting motion with his hand. With a harsh thud, the chains crash me to my knees and curl over so I'm prostrate. So I prostrate before him, right where black meets white. He breathes heavily through a grin, curls his mouth as I struggle against the chains. Cautiously, he drops to one knee, observing me. No wonder you were so eager to be with me. His voice goes soft and low, almost a little sad. He lifts my chin with an armored hand, the chain around my neck jerking straight. Fury cross, I mean, Fury scorches through me. Chain links burn into the back of my my neck, and strangles my limbs, seeming to get more solid the more I resist. But now none of this is real, okay? So how is he blinding me? And why is he wearing spirit armor while I'm not? My physical body is in the same setup, so that must have nothing to do with it. My eyes strain wide, tracing every contour of his spirit armor. If he can create stuff in here, why can't I? As far as I can tell, this is the first time in this realm too. I mean, it's his first time in the realm too. What exactly is the difference between his mind and mine? There really is something different about you, he murmurs, tilting his head. I wish I could have had you. We would have made such a great pair. He strokes my cheeks. It's too bad you have to die. Slowly I meet his eyes. It dawns on me that although this is nowhere close to any of my fantasies, this is the moment I've been waiting for since learning about Big Sis passing. 80 years. 83 days ago, not years. 83 days ago, I remember the way I dropped the basket of freshly collected eggs when the world-ending words speared through me. The way all strength left my body, the way my father grabbed my hair and ground my face into the shattering eggs of the blinding anger over. I'm gonna read that sentence again. I remember the way I dropped the basket of freshly collected eggs when the world-ending words speared through me, the way all strength left my body, the way my father grabbed my hair and ground my face into the shattered eggs out of his blinding anger over us not being eligible for a war death compensation. For the 83 days since then, this confrontation with Yang Guang has constantly occupied a portion of my consciousness, thrumming like a second heartbeat, but playing out in a 10,000 different playing out in 10,000 different ways. All of that just to die trapped in his arms, naked and bounded in silence. Big sister would not forgive me. I clenched my mind around this spirit form I'm taking. Then, with a scream I've wanted to let out for every smothering second of of the past 83 days, I summoned all the strength I believe I would have in this moment. The same armor contours as his burst the same armor contours as his burst out of my skin. He staggers back, mouth popping open. I push off the ground, the chains strain against me, then shatter. The spirit armor flickers on my body. He's trying to vanish it. This must be a duel of minds, a realm manifesting, by both our imaginations across the battlefield. All it takes to create anything is willpower. Luckily for me, he's sidetracked by Hundant. I'm not. Roaring a war cry as further distraction, I charge towards him. Stay back! He yelps, hand flashing open. A clear barrier slaps against me, stopping me from crossing the White Yang side. A frenzied smile of relief cracks across his face. But if I can make anything I want, well, I slap my breastplate focus and reach the way I've seen chrysalids pull weapons out of their chests, where the bulk of the spirit metal is. Next page. Light fuzzers under my hand, white light the color of metal chi, which represents forces of firmness, persistence, precision, yeah, and control. This must be what dominates. This must be what's dominant inside me. It's perfect for sculpting razor sharp weapons out of my spirit metal. My fingers claw into my breastplate, grabbing hold of a hilt. I rip a dagger out of my chest in a spray of white sparks. With a vigorous swing, I drive the dagger into the barrier protecting Yang Guang from me. Cracks spider web across it. Then it explodes into 10,000 brilliant shards. I dash through the crystalline downpour with a speed and stride I could never manage in real life. No, don't! He backs away, vaguely like relieving a memory of a sensation. I feel the nine-tailed fox stumble in its step somewhere beyond this realm. I'm in the middle of battle. You'll kill us both. Good! I shriek without losing momentum. I slam him down by his throat, just like I did his child self. I plunge my dagger into his neck, the way I dreamed so long and so often of doing. His screams gurgle through theirs. No, his screams gurgle though there is no blood. Laughing uncontrollably, I keep stabbing and stabbing and stabbing. Warmth fills me, unraveling me again. The sensation of nine-tailed fox pressed closer and sharper against me. Yang Guang's mind faltering, keeping me from reaching for it. I'm jarred. I'm jarred into a chaotic battlefield under the blazing stars. My senses are all foreign and wrong and different, but I think I've taken control of the fox. And that is the end of chapters 6 and 7. Wow. When I said something was happening, I knew there was gonna be some action because but wow, we are really going off for it. Okay, well, this was a very jam-packed action moment. I'm still like, pero yeah. if you guys have been liking my reading. What do I normally say? I forgot. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, because been liking my readings, enjoying it and whatnot. I'm sorry, I'm still on like, huh? I'm like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day, night, wherever you are, however you are, bye. I guess. I'm sorry, I'm still like, bye.